Lotan Fisher and Ron Schwartz from Israel. Lotan and Ron, they played as juniors. They also won the Cavendish, I believe the first year that it was held in Monaco. And they're a formidable pair. I used to play against Lotan 3 or 4 times a week, and he's a very tough competitor. Welcome to Roland Wald.
Hello everyone. Hello George. Nice to be here.
If we're fortunate, Al Hollander will be watching this match. He is the guru of systems, and needless to say, the Mexworth and Rodwell, their system is complex, and it would be nice to have somebody here to help us out.
Yes, it would, indeed. North-South playing a 2-over-1 system, so this should be pretty easy to follow. Strong no clump, reverse attitude and count.
Having played against Lotan and Ron personally many times on BBO, Lotan is a very aggressive player, and Ron Schwartz sort of tries to keep him in harness. So it'd be interesting to see, because as we all know, East-West are very frisky, to say the least.
We should also be joined by John Swanson shortly. I won't be here for very long. I did one session already, and I'll have an early appointment tomorrow morning. It's 9 in the evening in Denmark now. So I'll probably do 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, that's too bad, Roland. It's always nice to be with you all the way through a match, but just as there are time differences with you, there's time differences over here as well when the reverse is true and things are being held in Europe.
Yes, exactly right. And here we have John Swanson with us, I hope.
I'm here. Hello, everyone. Roland, I'm sorry, I can't accept time difference as an excuse.
I see. It's easy for you. I mean, is it around noon? Or 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock, right on.
Yeah. We switch on Sunday in Europe. Put the clocks 1 hour forward. And then we'll still be 6 hours ahead of the East Coast and 9 hours ahead of the West Coast.
Where I live, it is just about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And just so that you know, yesterday, Roland, we had 60 centimeters of snow and 120 to 160 kilometer winds.
Oh my. We haven't seen any snow at all. We didn't have a winter. Alright, starting with a big club. 16 plus high card points. Maybe we won't get Al Hollander here after all. But we can see that when the Trump is a balanced race, maybe 9 to 11. Something like that, 2 clubs asking. I don't know the system in detail.
It seems to me that their system changes somewhat year to year. Maybe there's a cycle about it.
Yeah, I mean, they have around 1,200 pages of system notes. That's a long version, and they have a shorter version of only 800. You know that, John? Maybe you too, George, of course. When did they start as partners? What year? Do you remember?
No, but I can find out. I think it was in the early 90s. I think 1991.
No.
No, sorry, early 80s.
Right.
Sorry, early 80s. The Bermuda Bowl
I think it was even earlier than that. They started to make a big impact in the early 80s.
Well, I think the Bermuda Bowl, they won. I think they beat Zia in the finals. That might have been 81. Well, let me try and find out.
I'm sure Two Spades said I had heart support and the object to keep the lead up to the strong hand.
Yes. When I say we also have voice commentary in this room, it's not entirely true in the sense that also shouldn't really be there as long as we don't have any written comments. But maybe that will encourage more people to listen now that they can't see any text, at least not at the moment. All right, George, did you find out?
I did. It says that they started to form their partnership in the late 70s, and their first major impact was 81, as I thought, that my memory served correct, but I don't know when in the late 70s, but it was the late 70s, so John is correct.
And you were at your peak then, John, so you must remember that pretty well.
Well, I stopped playing a lot because all my partners either left the country or moved to the opposite coast, so I didn't play very much. And just about the time they started playing a lot, so I actually do not remember playing again.
I wonder if we're going by the bugs in the system.
Oh, somebody probably just pulled the plug.
Yeah, because both went down simultaneously. Must be a problem in that part.
Oh, we've had our first undo. Oh, the old claim. Here you go. Commentators.
Yeah. All right. 18.
How is? Am I loud and clear, Roland?
Yes, you are indeed. So is John, and I believe that people can hear us. Of course, he disappeared during the crash, but I think we have a few listeners.
One listener hear me, whether it's him or it's me.
Yeah, you sound good. I got from one. All is okay. So yes, we don't have topics at the moment. When you crash, then people go to other tables. They'll be back. I mean, many people like to watch Maxroth and Rodwell in action, of course. Understandably so.
And this is a typical forcing no trump sequence here, with North preferencing back on a small doubleton and limited high cards.
Yes, it also worth noting that North-South played the Gazzilli convention, the Italian convention. So the two hearts is alerted because it's limited to 15 high card points. With 16 or more high card points, Lothar Fischer would bid an artificial 2 clubs, or an ambitious 2 clubs, I should say. Either natural, 11 to 15, or any 16 plus hand. How do you guys like that convention? I love it, I have to say.
I've never played it. I'm quite happy with playing a slightly involved version of what it's called here.
Yes, you have the BART convention in North
BART.
America, don't you? Yes. Now, obviously, it's a good convention in the sense that if you bid 2 hearts or 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, whatever, and that is the normal range of 12 to 17, 18 points, that is a very wide range and very difficult for responder to maneuver after that. So if you can limit your hand to 11, 15, I think it's much easier for responder to bid after that. Don't you agree?
Well, I agree, but when you watch Fantunes play Gazzilli, it's quite an experience.
I'm certain that the Ace of Diamonds is in fitting with David Bird's analysis of opening leads with hands like these. We've been taught not to lead unsupported aces.
Yes, but the poor man had unsupported aces and both unbid suits. You wouldn't lead a spade on this auction, and Jack to 4 trumps doesn't look appealing, does it? So you more or less have to lead an ace here.
I would be quite tempted to lead a low club myself.
Please don't say that, John, while I have students in the audience.
My students do not underlead aces.
Good. I was going to say the same applies to Jaws. I would think that we all teach people, our students, not to underlead aces against suit contracts, John.
Maybe that's the reason I don't have any students.
But what I tell them is if they underlead an ace against suit contracts, they're going to have 2 weeks in the electric chair.
And they may be let out after 1 week for good behavior, right, George?
Well, exactly. If they start to fry a little bit too much.
This is an ugly hand to play here. Declare will do well by winning the Jack of Diamonds and leading a club up to the king. But if the Ace of Clubs was in the other hand, it wouldn't work out so well. But you have a clue with the Ace of Diamonds lead that the Ace of Clubs is in the west hand. Why would it be led an unsupported ace when there was a safer club lead? It's just amazing how much information is given away with opening leads.
Yeah.
You just can't avoid it.
It's not a fact, of course, but it's known as an inference. Why did he lead an unsupported ace? Lothar Fischer is a very careful player. Some would call him slow.
Deliberate. How's that?
Yes, I like deliberate. I can find many players much slower than Lothar.
Oh, not Boki Müller.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking of Israel. We have a candidate there who is considerably slower than Lothar. He was knocked out, by the way, by this team yesterday.
Well, it's a commentator's nightmare to have Müller playing with Andrew Robson at your table.
Yes, and the other two players being Theo Sunderlin and Barnachenko, perhaps.
Absolutely. Oddly enough, when Lothar Fischer and Ron Schwartz won the Cavendish pairs in Monaco, they were relatively unknown. They had pretty good success as juniors. So during the auction, shall we guess who bought Fischer and Schwartz?
Yeah, it's quite funny also that the team name is Schwartz, but they're not related. That's Richard Schwartz from USA, the team captain. And while you pronounce the name Schwartz in USA, Ron is actually Schwartz. That's how it's pronounced in Israel.
Well, the person who purchased them in the Calcutta was none other than Alfredo Versace.
Yes, but I think Angelini was the man behind that.
Well, Versace may have been the face. Yes, you're right.
The problem now for Declare is that, of course, there's no card in dummy that's appealing to lead. Some just slightly less appealing than others.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Alternatively, King of Diamonds and let them take a rough. Spades could be 4-2, in which case it would likely be the man with 4 trumps that roughs the diamond.
It looks to me like no matter what the layout of the cards are now, the best Fischer could do is to maybe take 3 trump tricks.
I agree with you there, John. I don't think he can make it.
I thought the previous comment where he won the Jack of Diamonds and let a low club, that might have been a little bit better for him.
Well, he would have to draw that strong inference that he got the Ace of Diamonds lead because West had both of the minor suit aces.
I like it, John. I like it.
That doesn't have to be the case.
No, but what's the cost going to be? I guess if you let a club and the ace was offside, they lead a trump, and he may never get his heart rough. There's all sorts of different things, but I liked your initial comment. That was your reflex, was that the ace of clubs should be with West. So Otherwise, he would have led a club.
I don't think I've ever been commentating on voice without a single text commentator and Nickell playing, and around 800 spectators also. That is very unusual.
That is true, but I can't remember Al Hollander's how to spell his name online, because I would ask him to get over here.
It's A Holland 1.
Well, Meckstroth and Rodwell draw so many spectators, not only because they are so talented, but they're very active bidders, and so a lot of the auctions are very exciting.
One no trump alerted because it's a one-round force. They play 2 over 1. Aha.
Well, looks semi-forcing.
Yes, I don't like that term, as you know. So apparently you are allowed to pass 5-3-3-2 hands with 12-13, I suppose.
I don't like the term either. If something's not semi-forcing, it's either forcing or it's not forcing. And for that matter, I don't like the convention either.
Exactly my point. It's the same with being pregnant. Either you're pregnant or you're not. I mean, you can't be semi-pregnant, can you?
Al has advised me that he is doing Bocce Medalla. Or Bocce Medalla.
Bocce, actually. No, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But it should be possible to find, I mean, one or two commentators to do the tap-in commentary.
Looks like Al is at our table here, so maybe he'll help us out with system.
Well, I did beg, I have to say.
Oh, Al said he's doing the other match, but he's listening to us, and he'll try to keep an eye on our room. So, a true multitasker.
I'm asked why the queen and not the king. It's pretty standard to play the king normally from king-queen, but not for Meckstroth and Rodwell. They play Lusinov in certain situations, and this is one of them, where the queen promises the king. It's known as Rusinov lead. The lower
is it
touching.
Is it just a case where the queen is asking for partner to drop the jack if he has it?
Could be.
I play it that way.
Yes. That's how I play it also. I mean, the way to explain it could be, the partner, please unblock the card I'm supposed to have when I lead the queen, because I should have the jack, right? So you must unblock it if you have it. If not, please give count.
And some players, in some partnerships, I play the king asks for the unblock of the jack, and the queen is led from, say, the king queen small or the queen jack. It's all very confusing.
Yes, I'm also rather flexible, and sometimes I play that with other partners, where we play ace and queen for attitude, and king for unblock or count. And that's what you were talking about, right, John?
Right. And declare his heart spots were good enough. He could have ensured 2 tricks in the suit, even if he won the ace in that count. In that case, and he might have done so if he wasn't comfortable with the shifts that were possible. But he really wasn't concerned about any shift by Meckstroth.
Well, Meckstroth clearly played Rodwell to have a doubleton. Maybe they play standard count as opposed to upside down.
So we have one text commentator now, Barry Goran from USA, and he will be joined shortly by Jeff Sapphire from South Africa. I asked him, and yeah, he said yes, and he just needed 3 or 4 minutes.
Do you think that East-West played their 8 and 9 because they were both showing 3 cards in the suit, or do you think they were false carding, or just seems unnecessary to be giving so much count here? If you trust the opponents, it's a very comfortable situation knowing that spades are 3-3.
I don't know, maybe there's a suit preference signal involved. As I said, I don't know their methods in detail. It's obviously sad that we don't have a big train anymore, Walter Johnson, because he would have been here for sure to explain everything.
The rumor was that he knew the Meckwell system better than Meckwell.
Yes, I think someone said that Meckstroth actually claimed that Walter knows the system better than me.
In the other room and on this board, north-south, we're in 2 spades down 1. So now if he cashes the 10 of hearts and plays the jack of spades, then everything's going to be fine.
Yes. What happened to Graves, I asked? Well, Schwartz and Graves sitting out in this set. Both teams have 3 pairs. So in the other room we have Nickell Katz against Selensminde and Brogland. So Levin Weinstein sitting out for the Nickell team.
Yeah, that's right. He's never going to beat that.
Oh, the little didn't realize that we had 2 R. Schwartzes. Yeah, that is coincidental, I have to say. Not only Schwartz, both of them, but also the same initial.
The south hand is a little heavy for a no trump overcall, and has a lot of tricks in either hearts or clubs, but it's not clear what the right bid is. Two hearts on a bad suit may not work out well either.
I like one no trump. I think you could easily have 18, particularly at these colours and facing a pass partner.
Well, the nice thing about it is no trump. It doesn't give up on heart contract or a club contract or a diamond contract if partner happens to have a long suit. Whereas if you overcall two hearts, you may be playing your 5-1 fit and have a 6-4 club fit.
Well, that's their best lead.
Upside down attitude, as I said, so the 5 is an encouraging card. Lothan Fischer can see that because he has the 3 himself. The 2 was played from dummy, and dummy also has the 4. So either the 5 is a singleton, or from the king, or a doubleton. You would normally expect partner to have ace-king of a suit when he leads the ace. Sometimes, you know, he has a difficult lead. Well, what would you have led from that hand against this contract, George and John?
Looks like an easy diamond-king lead to me.
Yeah, I would let the king of diamonds as well. You don't need much from your partner.
After the diamond-king lead on this hand, Nickell would play a trump, and South would still have the opportunity to play the ace and a heart and be able to give his partner a ruff.
This hand is over. A claim. I feel a claim coming.
Well, he's got a pseudo squeeze here if North-South don't know how to signal.
Yes, yes. Anything can happen. We saw that in the previous set, the first set. Were you there to see it? When world champion pair, Selensminder and Brogeland, misdefended against 3 no trumps?
When they had a 5-4
I
saw it.
I was watching, as a lot of other people were, unfortunately.
Yes, it was very difficult to understand.
So on the last board, at the other table, East opened a spade, and Cats doubled. Did not bid 1 no trump. His partner bid 2 diamonds. Then went 2 spades by East, and South doubled again, and North bid 3 diamonds. And West was very happy because he only had 5 of those ace-jack, so they went down at 3, vulnerable, to lose 5 imps.
How many clubs would you bid here? 4, 5, 2?
I would bid 5.
I would bid 5.
So would I, with these colours. On a very good day you even make it, but it will make life tough for the opponents, even if you go down. I mean, most likely they have a great spade fit, although your partner may have long spades, but he didn't overcall, so yeah, a number of clubs here. 5.
Double dummy, they can make 7.
And after it's, well, attempted 4 clubs. But after 5 clubs pass, what would you bid with the south hand?
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Slam is, of course, very good, and if you get hearts right, you can even take all 13 tricks. Now he's in the same situation now, John.
I think 5 spades is the right bid. And
yes, with 7-4.
And his partner's cards are so nice. He just has to bid 6.
Yeah, I agree with that. If your partner could bid 5 spades without ace, queen, jack, you should have enough to raise.
If I had, instead of 7 spades the king, 6 spades the king, and 3 diamonds the ace, I think I would try 6 clubs over 5 clubs and hope partner would bid the right suit. I would have no idea what the right suit was.
And actually, they're not getting to 7, of course, but if you get to 7, I think that you will go down. I know it can be made, but after the preempt by West, would you play East for heart length and take a double finesse in hearts?
101%.
Well, now wait a second though. Don't we get a little shape information here? We can find out that maybe that West has a doubleton diamond and no spades. So I don't know.
What do you think the options that North is considering?
I think he's considering
pass and 6 spades.
And 6 spades. On these preemptive auctions, you need to give partner a little bit of room, but the North hand with every one of the high cards outside of clubs and really good spades, a partner must have a good hand to have bid 5 spades. But after a high club lead, you rough, you play a spade to the ace, then you play a diamond to the ace, a diamond to the king, and rough a diamond. So you have pretty good inferential.
I like that, John. You see, it was between pass and 6. Well, he's low on high cards, but the auction suggests that there must be some play for six spades.
I mean, as always, it's so much easier for us looking at all the cards.
Yes, I agree. No, he wasn't thinking about a Grand Slam try. The Grand Slam try would have been 5-no trumps over 5 spades. He doesn't have a hand for that. The contract is 7 clubs doubled in the other room, so we must assume that North-South did bet to 6 spades. How expensive is 7 clubs? You lose 2 diamonds,
2 hearts.
2 hearts.
2 hearts.
Yes, 500. So you'll actually gain.
They're in 7.
500. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that you'll gain on missing this cold slam.
Let me do the math. 4 down. 1, 3, 5, 8. Right?
Oh, it's 8. It's 4 down. Yes, sorry. Then and 7. Yes. So it's
pick
3.
up an imp.
And I certainly, I believe Rodwell would have bid 7 clubs had North found a 6-spade bid. So there wasn't. It turned out there wasn't much of a swing involved.
Do you think he would, John, after the long hesitation, then 6 spades?
You just, you're losing 800 against. I mean, you suspect you're losing 800, possibly 1100, but you're probably losing 800 against the 650. And if it's 650, it's just the odds are so much in your favor in bidding 7 clubs, I think. The biggest danger being that the opponents would bid 7 spades and make it.
So 2 spades showing 4 cards support. Double would show 3. Redouble would show 3.
Notice there was a Snapdragon type double on the previous set also, and here it came again, where after the opponents have bid 2 suits, your partner's overcalled, and a double says that you have the other suit with tolerance for partner's suit.
Yes, and originally 5 cards in that suit, hearts here. Although some play it as only showing 4, if you have 5 and if you are strong enough, you can bid 2 hearts. So I think I answered that question I received from a spectator at the same time. North isn't thinking. Mech is. They're on the same side of the screen, north and east, and our operator won't type anything until both have bid. Yes, that's quite funny. That West didn't bid on his first turn in the other room on board 21. This 8-card club suit.
Well, Fisher has called the director, so we'll have a little bit of a pause here.
Yes, Barry, can you hear me? He's not on voice, so he can't. Yes, from the round of 16 and onwards. They play with screens.
The east-west bidding looks pretty routine to me. Huddles or no huddles.
Well, the only huddle could have been by West, it seems. If North leads a spade, they're probably going to make 3 diamonds. If he leads a heart, they'll go down. Maybe not. It's hard to say.
Yeah, would he lead a top heart? To see dummy?
No, it's North is on lead.
North is on lead.
Oh, I see. Oh, sorry, of course, yeah. Yes, why wouldn't he lead? Well, he may lead a club, but I don't think it... Well, I was going to say, I have to be honest, he's not going to lead a heart.
Good lead.
But he did. Yeah.
I think he would be all right with a diamond lead also. The card could still only take 8 tricks, 4 diamonds, 3 spades, and 1 club. I've been asked if anyone knows why North-South did not try to defend their title in the Cavendish.
Well, it clashed with something. I seem to recall an event where they were sponsored and could collect a nice sum of money for participating in that event. I think that was the reason for it. Now, wait a second. Well. No, I actually don't, because we were all wondering. They were in Europe at the time. I mean, remember the Cavendish was in Monaco. They were in Europe at the time, having played in another tournament before, and we were all wondering why they went back to Israel. So I don't know the reason. I don't think it's a secret, but I haven't seen anything about it. No one told me. I'm sorry to hear that. We did talk about, I don't know if you were here, George and John, about atmosphere tone at the table among topplers in the previous set. I'm sorry to see a comment like this, that the mood at the table is not very friendly. Butler wants to see Lowton hand on board 2, denied to show it without the director. Well, he has no right to see it. Only if Lowton Fisher, that is. He can accept, but he can also deny it.
Well, I can confirm that Lowton is a young and feisty guy. Ron is seems to be on the quiet side. Lowton would definitely stir things up. On the other hand, East and West, they can stir things up as well. However, we must move on. Board 23.
Yes, and now is the time for me to bow out, I'm afraid. I'm a little tired. I'm
Don't
sure.
Go, Roland. Don't go. Don't go. Please don't go.
Well, I did that last night also. Last night my time, that was later than. But I need to go. You know, I'm not 20 anymore, and I can feel it.
Well, thank you, Roland. We always enjoy commenting with you and with you.
Thank you.
And we shall see you tomorrow. I guarantee you tomorrow.
I'll be here. Booked for the second session, but I may not last. May have to leave in the middle. I have to work tomorrow, though. Will be better. And stay for sure. Thank you. And goodbye.
Pleasant dreams, Roland. Pleasant dreams.
There's something wrong with the auction here, yes. We're being correct.
One club was
so
a strong club.
Right, and I know Trump
8 to 11?
10 previously that according to Al, one note Trump shows clubs, 5+ clubs.
And 8 to 11, right?
And now 2 diamonds says spade. had that auction. We had that auction before over the no trump. 2 clubs by West shown hearts and 2 diamonds.
So 2 hearts is a relay?
Two hearts says, so I have a minimum.
All these.
But you can help a little bit with this like this, but on the other hand, you get to find some fitting slams.
Yeah, that won't be. So diamond seems like the best lead for north-south.
Al tells us that the two spade bid by West was spades.
Ah, very good.
And the diamond leads the lead to hold. Will win this and play the top, and then hope that long spade has one of his losers, but that's not going to happen.
I feel a claim coming on, making 4. The other table to the Schwartz team. Time for a break. You can go freshen up your drink, John, if you wish. Your cranberry juice.
I'm asked if most players are forcing club with the West hand, a strong club system. Usually shows team more That's an awfully good hand. My judgment would be to open one club, but I don't play forcing club.
Yeah, I would have opened a club personally. Heck of a lot of playing strength. At the other table, North led a club. That's why they made 5.
George, how much of these matches do you kibitz? Maybe he would get it. Have a smoke also. For me, this is a difficult decision with the national collegiate basketball champion on. Big decision on what to watch. Mexstroth wasn't tempted to invite a game with his 8 high cards. South is sure to show his diamonds, or whatever his system is for showing a one suitor.
Yeah, they got. I noticed yesterday that Mui and Kraniak play 3 diamonds as intermediate, the old-fashioned intermediate bit over a no trump. Two diamonds must show majors or something, so he's forced to bid 3 diamonds. What would you do here, John? Would you pass? You double for takeout.
Sure looks right to compete. The partner's over there with at least 14 high, and your opponent's suit, despite the fact it's an honor. Three diamonds is down 1 top. That is with the diamond queen on side. And this contract is going to be very difficult to make. The heart spot cards in the West Hand are just too weak. So he has he can rough a couple diamonds and play clubs and hope to force the opponents to rough, in effect, rough a spade loser by playing a long club. So I think the Claire's going to end up losing 4 heart tricks and a club, maybe even 5 heart tricks.
Wow.
Rodwell might have considered passing the double of 3 diamonds with his 4 quick tricks. I mean, after all, partner did double, even though it was takeout. But we all hate to pay out 470, especially if we could have had 140 our way.
Well, looks like he's just going to take his lumps.
Yeah, he's just going to rough his diamonds and play a 3rd club and
2 rounds of spades in the club now?
No, I think he'll play a club immediately. Well, wrong.
He's going to try and sneak in that smelly 8 of hearts. It's not going to work. A good night, Mrs. Calabash.
I'm surprised South didn't rough there.
Well, he knew the spade was cashing because, well, I suppose West could have had 4 hearts and 4 spades.
Well, just so partner wouldn't be in play and have to guess what to do with the King 8 of hearts. I mean, it turned out he had the King 9, couldn't go wrong.
Yeah, the King 8. Yeah, you're right. So North will open a club. Oh, East did not pass. I'm sorry. That's better. They might play some doubles here. No? I don't
think the best slam here is 6 clubs, but 6 hearts will make.
Maybe he's looking at a good head.
You don't want to play in the suits 4-1 when you don't have the jack.
Do you know what two-no trumpet show, John? Is that? I don't know what that is.
I was going to say maybe it's some form of good bad, and evidently that is where.
I thought it was either good. It could have been good bad, but now it's a relay to 3 clubs.
Well, relay to 3 clubs is the same as good bad. Partner
good
bid
bad,
3
yeah.
clubs, and then you correct
That's
with
right.
3 hearts, saying I have a bad 3 heart bid.
Yeah.
But the relay to the 2-no trump could be only clubs with a weak hand, but it also could be heart support with a weak hand, at least weak in terms of opening bid. And it's always nice to be able to bid over the good bad trump, since North South are not certain, at least South isn't certain what suit North has in mind.
Well, for the benefit of the specs who don't know, the auction is correct. Mextrith sitting East is just messing things up for them a little bit by bidding their heart suit. So South returned the favor and bid 3 spades, bid the opponent's suit, showing controls, I guess.
East has a good hand. He might have just bid 4 spades, but he was maybe showing that he had some defense when he, I don't know, maybe showing ownership of the hand. I don't know whether it was a game invite or whether he was trying to show defensive value. But it wasn't a frivolous 3 heart bid. the problem with not bidding 3 spades or 4 spades is that it's given north-south more room. East doesn't know he's trying to stop the opponents from bidding slam.
Maybe he's trying to show some false strength too, so that they don't bid slam. The auction has improved Moore's hand. It's a difficult situation when he has no aces and no high honor. Interesting hand.
We can see that declarer has to worry about a 4-1 heart split.
Well, if he plays another club now, West will get a rough.
Well, so he doesn't really mind that though. He's at the 5 level, so if he gives up a rough now, he can claim the rest of the tricks.
Yeah, well, the 10 of hearts looks ominous. He's home now for 6. I feel a claim coming up.
Well, in a way, it seems sort of unfriendly to me for a declarer not to have claimed a couple tricks earlier. As soon as the hearts came in, he could have claimed, says, I'll give you a club. Instead, he plays a club and lets them play a spade. I don't know.
Well,
to me, it's sort of indicative
yeah.
of maybe not good feelings at the table.
Yeah, there's definitely bad blood based upon what happened earlier. So he probably just played it out just to aggravate them.
And of course, he's the one aggravated because he didn't bid a slam.
I didn't bid 2 slams, no. Well, Rodwell got a form, so he's filed a formal complaint of some sort about that hand where he's in 3 diamonds. However, board 26, here we are. You bid again with the north hand, John? Would you bid 2 no trump with that hand?
I would definitely bid again. And of course, 2 no trump is really the only possible bid if you are going to bid again.
The only logical bid, yeah.
And South will bid 3 no trump.
I don't see why not.
And it's going to be touch and go.
Well, at least he'll probably lead a club. But he has no entry, even if... oh no, West has 3, so I guess North can win the first club in either hand. Interesting.
Now, one reason to play the queen of clubs here that where you might cost you a trick is that if you find that the lead is away from the king, then you can withhold your ace until the 3rd round. If you play low and the jack comes up, you can't retain your 3rd round ace without blowing a trick. Of course, on the rule of 11, it won't make any difference what declarer does.
If he plays low, it's always going to be. He's always going to get 2 club tricks, right?
Right, he's always going to get 2 club tricks, but if the jack comes at his right, he's got to win the ace, and now they conduct the 2nd round of clubs and have an entry to a long club suit.
Correct.
But it turns out now he's in no danger. So club is back, club comes back, ducked,
And he's going to duck.
and a 3rd club, and he can't go wrong. And if Rodwell decides to duck this heart to make establishment of the hearts more difficult, Declare can just turn his attention to diamonds.
It'd be an interesting contract if West had Ace King 9, 7 of hearts, and South had Queen Jack 8.
Barry Gorin on text commentary pointed out that when West huddles before winning the heart, it's suspicious that he has both of the missing honors. And of course, when East gets in with the second club and he huddles, it's suspicious that he doesn't have any more entries. But Mexroth really didn't have any more entries, and took a shot.
Means everything, right? Body language is everything, right, John?
But it's not
even
body language. It's just that when you have a problem and you stop to think about it, you give away information. And of course, partner's not allowed to take advantage of that, but the opposition certainly is. He also had the option, if Mexroth had continued a third club, Declare has a strong play of cashing the Ace-King of diamonds in case the queen falls before going back to hearts.
I just posted to the table, everybody, the view graph schedule. That will show you the times of the next session after this, the next sessions after this, as well as future sessions, Friday, Saturday, Sunday until the finals. So I encourage you to bookmark it, make it a favorite, or minimize it or whatever. But that'll help you with planning your day.
I think this is a case where Rodwell is going to accept the game try despite having only 15 high card points because his spades are so good.
Wrong.
Well, I was wrong, but he was wrong also.
And little did he know that he was going to get a spade lead. Anyhow, he did have that. He did have spade stuff. He had a legitimate one, no trump over call. Richie Rising had an interesting comment to the table. If he was red, he'd probably bid 3.
the defense can fairly easily win five tricks here with the 2 hearts and 2 diamonds. If either it's simply now that
the club suit has a little bit of blockage. So declare as 1 entry to his hand in clubs. I don't think he's going to break hearts.
well, you might just have to say, well, I'm going to play for the 10 of hearts on side. But of course, he can be set with the diamond shift, like I say, from either side.
Exactly. So
set in
board 25, on board 25, where they played, what, 5 hearts here, making 6. 5 hearts making 6. The other table, they missed the slam. They played 5 clubs doubled, and they gained 2 imps. So Nickell picked up a couple of imps. The current score during this session is a robust 13-6 in favor of Schwartz. That's not to say there weren't a lot of opportunities.
One possible line for declare here is to win this 9 of spades and play a couple of high clubs from dummy and lead a low club to his ace, and then play spades and
Well, South has to guess which ace his partner has. Because on the auction, West can only have 1.
South can just duck this spade and get a signal from partner, so he's not going to, shouldn't have to guess where his partner's high card is.
Well, the diamond spots help West a little bit. If he ducks this spade, Rodwell will play clubs and for the hills. I think all they can take is 5 tricks because of the 9, 8, 7 of diamonds. Good thing you didn't bid 3, hey, John?
The defense hasn't taken their 5 tricks yet.
Well, that is true. It's the five of hearts nebulous. Could he have played the 7? Could he have played the 4? Depending upon what their discarding is. Oh, there we are. We got that from the table chat. Roman, odd encouraging.
Now another spade squeezes dummy, so Rodwell's forced to cash his winners now.
Dummy is squeezed.
Dummy is officially squeezed. And
maybe there's some gamemanship going on here, John. Maybe Rodwell is sitting there knowing he can't take any more tricks, but he's making the defenders play it out. Harkening back to the issues, previous issues during this session.
Well, if South happened to have both red aces at this point, it would make a difference what is discarded from dummy. So he's trying to guess South's distribution. He's hoping he's got both red aces.
Wouldn't you open a no trump then?
Who knows? If Rodwell had been in 3-no trump, he would have, winning the 9 of spades, he would have played clubs, one or more clubs in his hand, knocked out the spade, and then hoped that the king of diamonds was an entry.
Well, on board 26 at this table, if you recall, South had 6 hearts, Queen, Jack, 10, 9. They made 4 no trump. Mextreth led a club from King, Jack, 5th. Well, at the other table, it's the same contract, the same lead, and he went down. He did not. He ducked the first club, won the 10, played ace of diamonds and a diamond to the jack, lost to the queen. They let a club back. He went up with the ace, and that was it. That was all she wrote. He only had 8 tricks after that, so it's very unfortunate for Frank Nickell to play it that way. I thought it was routine to play hearts, but maybe not.
Well, he would have been all right. Turns out he would have been all right playing diamonds.
If the queen was on side.
But he just had to duck another club.
Yeah, well. Yeah, that was.
Maybe that's not true, because he ducks a club and then a spade shift will get a spade, a club, a diamond, and 2 hearts. So I do think he has to play hearts initially.
Yeah. Unfortunate. However, 12 imps away.
Board 27 could be a loss also, because I think you can always make 3 no trump by using the club entry to your hand, knocking out the ace of spades, and simply relying on the ace of diamonds to beat your right, so the king of diamonds is an entry. Here on this deal, Mextreth East opened 2 clubs, showing a limited hand with at least 6 clubs, and Rodwell bid a non-forcing 2 spades. He would have to bid 2 diamonds to start a forcing auction, and one that asked East for more details about what he had. And Mextreth doesn't rebid his broken down 7-card club suit with a doubleton spade. I think if he had a singleton spade, he surely would have rebid 3 clubs.
Yeah, I agree. Well, if he plays a low trump and North plays ace and another, it's going to be all she wrote, because the clubs are 2-2. So I don't think he's going to do that. He might just force with a heart.
I think he doesn't know the club situation, but he does know that even if the player has two little clubs, why it's a favorable situation for him.
He's got 10-8 spot of spades. Partner led a low heart, so it isn't going to cost to play to return a heart.
Well, the question is there any way to possibly take 5 tricks? If he plays a heart back and taps a dummy, he will get 3 spade tricks for his side and a heart and a diamond, but there's no 6th trick. South might have considered a low diamond, hoping his partner had his diamonds were good enough so that if partner later gets in, they could take 2 diamond tricks.
He was hoping that his partner had Rodwell's diamonds. So it looks like all they're going to get now is a long spade.
I think they were destined to only take 5 tricks from the start.
John, the hand where Rodwell was in 2-no trump making with the king, queen, jack, 10 spot of spades, that's a push. They were in 3 clubs. They weren't in no trump. It actually, the auction on that hand when a spade by South, West with king, queen, jack, 10 spot of spades passed, 1 no trump by North, 2 diamonds by South, 2 spades by North, pass, double, penalty double, it seems, by Brogeland. Partner bid 2-no, showing both minors, and West bid 3 clubs. So he could have defended 2 spades. He thought that he would double, figured his partner might read it.
That's a pretty hefty 3 spade bid by Rodwell.
Chunky.
His partner's going to bid 4, and they're going to get to play 4 spades double down 1, I believe. South hates to double with his singleton spade, but it is the ace, and I don't believe a pass would be forcing. I think he just has to double to show values, and that's it. Losing decision by South here.
Jack of diamonds. It's got to be the jack of diamonds there.
And always have to lose 2 diamonds on a club.
That's true. The clubs are 5-4. Wasn't paying close attention. These guys, it's the Somonex coup. They put you to sleep.
Well, the jack of diamonds is a very dangerous lead. sort of a
I know. I
desperate
rescind.
play.
I rescind the Jack of Diamonds. It's called a mulligan.
He's thinking, well, the ace of clubs, if his partner has either the ace of hearts or even maybe a second round heart trick that he can get a ruff, or his partner has the ace of spades.
I have a little bit of sympathy for five hearts. I mean, partner doubled three spades. Partner has to have a little bit of stuff over there.
I have very, very little sympathy for five hearts.
I gathered that from your previous comment.
Not that it might not be the winning call. I think it's just a strong anti-percentage.
Well, partner might have had some sort of a diamond card on this auction. Even if partner had the queen or the jack, he got play. But anyhow, you're right. No rough sluts here.
Of course, bidding onto five hearts. If you're going to make an error in high-level bidding decision, losing 4 imps is by no means a disaster. This is a pretty easy game for north-south. The diamond losers go away on the hearts.
Yeah, this is routine. The other room on board 28, where here he was, Rodwell was in 3-note trump down one, where he had the double king queen of spades. That was a push.
Well, I spoke too soon here. 3 rounds of clubs. See, well, dummy just has to rough high. So I guess they're all right. It would be a little problem if spades were 4-1.
Well, this is the penultimate board of this session, by the way, just so that the specs know there's this board and one more, and then there's going to be a break for something to eat, and then they'll be back for session 3. I posted the ViewGraph schedule earlier to the table, so just refer to that for times.
Well, Rodwell could go wrong here. He could ruff with the 9 of spades. As we can see, he's got to ruff with a high spade.
He only loses to 4-1 spades, right?
Right. This would be if, let's say South had 3 clubs to the ace, he should defend the same way.
I'm betting he roughs that. I said spades 4-1. Has to be 4 spades to the 10. My view is you rough high and pay off.
Well, even if North had 4 to the 10, would you have a coup here? King of spades, Queen of spades, spade to the ace, ruff a heart, King of diamonds. No, I guess you don't. You're short a winner. Let's see. If you King of spades, spade of the ace, they show out. Cash the king, queen of hearts, throw 2 diamonds. Play a diamond of the king, a diamond of the ace, and then the heart. I guess that does it, doesn't it? So I think you're okay with 4 spades to 10 in the north hand if you're rough high. No, that coup doesn't work. I need another card to buff earlier. Can't shorten hand.
On the table chat, Al has indicated that in the other match, ViewGraph match, Gator Kazel had a 62-21 set to reduce the margin of, I think they were down 42 and they're now down to 3. No, 44 now down to 3. Got some young players in that match. Joshua Dunn and Adam Kaplan were playing against Madala and Boki.
This can be a very frustrating situation for declare. You try to consider all the factors, all the facts that you have before you make your play. And then if you go wrong afterwards, you think, well, I didn't weigh all these factors correctly. It's very tough to forgive yourself if you go wrong in this situation. Our ViewGraph operator notes that that Mexroth told his partner to take as much time as he wants, but I don't see any comments that the director said that.
We'll see what happens next. He surely is not going to play North to have 4 spades to the 10 and 6 clubs. Yes. Claim before you go down. All right, we're now coming up to the last board of this session, and there's some thanks that has to be extended. We want to thank the American Contract Bridge League for permitting this event to be broadcast. We want to thank BBO, Fred and New Day for having the vehicle for us to watch what is really our favorite pastime. I thank Jan Martel for organizing all of the ViewGraph. It's a thankless job at times, but she does a very good job. I want to thank the ViewGraph operator, Dan Parrish. I want to thank the table commentators. I want to thank, in particular, Al Hollander for giving us rapid description of the east-west bidding. I want to thank John Swanson for joining the commentary, as well as Roland, who disappeared an hour and a half ago. And I want to thank the Specs for their comments and their patience. Super, thanks. Well, here we are in 4 spades. North will probably lead a singleton diamond.
Yeah, everything looks copacetic for declare with spades 3-2. No problem in the heart suit, so it's going to end up losing a heart and 2 clubs. Well, for that matter, can they get 2 clubs? The declare can take 5 spades, 2 diamonds, and 4 hearts. So I guess the defense won't get their 2 club tricks. Declare will win this, pick up trumps, lead the queen of hearts, and when the king appears, he'll just duck it.
On board 29 at the other table, at our table, Mextrith opened 2 clubs with his 7 to the king. Rodwell bid 2 spades, went all pass, and he made it. At the other table, East opened 1 club, and East-West climbed to the lofty heights of 3 no trump, down 3. Vulnerable. Simps for the Nickell team.
So declare is just trying to lead a low heart towards his queen.
So East-West get 1 more trick, and there it is. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you in probably a couple of next sessions.
Thanks, George.
John, it's been a slice. Thank you very much, John. It's been fun.
See you tomorrow.